Okay guys, well hey, if you're watching this video, congratulations, you're just about done with fundamentals and you're about to get into AutoCAD, which is perfect. Now the last hurdle you need to do before you leave fundamentals is you need to make a booklet. Essentially what you're making is a portfolio of things that you have completed within fundamentals to kind of show your knowledge and maybe expertise on quality of lines and or whatever you kind of want to promote. So that way when you get into college, we've actually had a couple kids that were able to represent their fundamental booklet, and it looked professional enough that they were able to sign out of a lower level class and get into a higher level class because they were able to show that they were equivalent in 2D drawing with tangent arcs and all that other jazz. So this video just basically goes over what I expect from you before you finish fundamentals and get into AutoCAD. And the booklet is pretty simple. First you're going to laminate every single drawing that you have ever done, and you're going to come get drawings that I have kept from you so that way they weren't getting passed around, or worksheets. You're going to have a cover page, which I'll show you examples, the table of contents, which you will both print out black and white, all three of these black and white before we print on the legit stuff, because I don't want to waste all this color paper or color printing on legit paper that I'm going to give you for this portfolio. So the cover page, the table of contents, which you will follow word for word, which I show you on the video, but you will maybe lean on another person that's ahead of you, or just come ask me and I'll ask you to go ask this person for their portfolio. And then tabs for each unit. So I'm going to showcase a couple of these portfolios that I consider have done pretty good on representing. And so John is a great example of a kid that, put a lot of time into this booklet and did pretty good at it. So the basics you need to have is it needs to say fundamental drafting, who did it, and the year that you actually completed fundamentals. And then when you open it up, you get a cover page. You open it up and you're going to get to your table of contents. Now John did, he spent a little more time and he learned how to print his cover page on the back, or have the cover page in the front and then the table of contents on the back. Others that I'm going to show you didn't do that and put that much time, but this is where you're going to get your stamp and when he completed it and the points that he got. So it's essentially a breakdown of the unit from the worksheet to the drawings that you've done and the worksheets that you have completed to the missing lines, and all sorts of stuff. John was here last year when he started fundamentals, so he has 4 lettering sheets. You guys will only have 2, but the very first one, the worksheet, because there's nothing in Unit 1 other than a worksheet and a test, I just simply have you write out Unit 1 introduction worksheet and kept by instructor, and then I sign it and you laminate it. And it's 5mm laminating paper, which I'll show you. But he made his pretty simple to where it all looked streamlined, but he just changed the title, Unit 2, and you've got to say basic equipment, and he just laminated every single one of his stuff. And then he got to Unit 3 and did the same thing. So that was pretty easy. One thing about John and everyone else is you got to have a back, and everything in the back is pretty much put back there so you guys can grab from. And I'll have a quick overview when you're about to hear, but this is kind of the layout. So here's John's. John didn't really change up between his tabs on how each tab looked. He kept it all the same. But here's Kara's that just finished hers. So she designed this in Revit, or not Revit, I'm sorry, Google SketchUp, and this is a model house that she wants to design in Revit so she can do the 3D model. So she did table of contents, which is perfect. This is exactly what you guys need to be looking for when you get to yours. Sketching missing lines, sheet 25 and sheet 24. Notice the stamps on this side. But what was cool with hers is she took different views from her Google SketchUp model and then kind of threw them in there. And it's kind of cool to go through it and you're like, oh, I see that, and that end of the house, this end of the house, and so on. So it's pretty neat. But yeah, there's each person has cool things that they've done for their booklet. So this one's Kara's. Cavazos did a pretty good job on the layout. It's pretty generic front, but I mean, it's pretty nice. It's what he wanted, so he got it, and he kept the same in the middle, but he kept changing it and spazzing it up a little bit. Yeah. Remember, they all have the back, and they all have the clear front, which you'll go over, and every single thing is laminated except for these things right here, the cover page, the table of contents, and the tabs for each unit. Those are the only things that are not laminated that are in this book. And we want to laminate them so you guys can hold on to them for a long time. Kylie did something neat here. It was kind of like pulling teeth doing hers, but she loves volleyball, so she did pretty much this, and then her playing volleyball, so it was kind of cool. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh, so Kylie she messed this up. I don't know if I told her correct by then, but we want this out here, so when a person's flipping through the pages, they know how to get to whatever they're looking for, and they don't have to open it all the way up to find out what drawing that is. So yeah, there's this. And other than that, I think it's pretty easy. So if you got questions, please ask me, and we can go from there. And then you'll get your last stamp and move into AutoCAD. Well, good job, guys.